Winhanced is 1.1 gigabytes. Holy crap, it's tiny. Guys, I have a viewer who asked me about Winhanced. And it's an add-on that you put onto Windows that kind of gives you like this ultimate console feel, I guess. There's a few things that are wrong with it. There's a few things that are good with it. We're going to jump right into it as soon as it loads up. We're going to show you what's good about it and what's bad about it. All right, so the first off, what you see is the nice layout. You have a nice little Steam OS type layout. But the first issue I have is when I try to open Armory Crate, I had issues with it. So now it's working, so we're good. No more issues with Armory Crate. Now, when I try to open Expedition 33 and play it, I get this screen for 20 to 30 minutes, which is kind of wild. So this screen happens for about, I don't know, until the game never opens. So it's definitely not playable with Xbox Game Pass. The problem I see most of the time is when I go to try to open Xbox Game Pass, I don't have an Xbox menu anymore. So it overtook the Xbox mode on the handheld, and it no longer allows me to open it up. So you hold the paddle button on that side, and you press the down key on the D-pad, and it opens up your task manager. Now the issue I have with this is that I'm seeing CPU usage, where is it at? CPU usage become a problem with this Winhanced. It's getting up to like 2% at certain times, which could affect our gaming, but I don't know yet. I haven't tried it, so you're gonna try it with me, okay? We're gonna jump into it firsthand. We're gonna see what it's like, if it's worth having and worth not having. And the second problem is it doesn't actually open the games through the application. It opens this application to open Steam to use more resources because now Steam's open. Although Steam is very efficient in keeping a low profile and keeping minimum compute power, minimum RAM, minimum GPU power, it definitely causes an issue. But if you can see, my game name is now in some other language. So I don't know what this actually means, but I'll leave a link to the description for the download if you want it in the description. I'll leave a link to the download in the description if you want it. The problem is, I'm not even sure if it's worth having at this point. So now that we're able to open up the game, I'm gonna go back to the CPU usage, and you're gonna see Winhanced is way up there at 2, sometimes 5%. 5% of CPU can actually affect the actual gaming experience you have. So we're gonna see, because it's trying to load in, it's gonna take a little bit longer to load in because it doesn't have all that compute power. I know 5% seems like a little bit, like not a big amount, but it definitely makes a big difference when you're using an APU like, or NPU just like the one with the Xbox ROG Ally. So let's open up the game, if the game ever opens. All right, we're gonna go to play. I'm gonna jump into it. We're getting 80 frames in the menus, which is kind of nice. 75 to 80, 74, 73, 74, 72. So 70 to 80 FPS in the menus, which is not too bad. It's kind of good, actually. But then once we get into the game, we're going to see where we're at. We're going to try to go to a real populated area too, because if you're fighting a boss and you have Winhanced open, I don't want it to have an issue with its counterpart trying to mess up the way you're playing. So personally, I just rather open up Xbox mode and just play that way without the extra 4% going to Winhanced. I don't know if Xbox mode does the same thing, because it did overtake Xbox mode. I think it overlaid over Xbox mode. So we'll see. I don't know if it's a true add-on or if it's an individual enhancement add-on. So I don't know too much about it, but we're testing it out. We're gonna see what's cracking. Let's jump the volume, man. Let's get some volume going. Yeah. All right, so here at night, 64 frames. We're in the middle of freaking nowhere. I don't know where the freak I'm at. I'm gonna jump. At night, it looks normal because it's nighttime. But we're going to check out the villages. We're getting about 60 frames. It's not too bad. But these are just the villages. Let's go to the city. If we're already dropping to 60 in the villages, let's see what happens when we go to the city. Mind you, I'm using the same settings I always use. So if you haven't seen my Crimson Desert video, check it out. It's right here in the top right. You want to see how to enhance Crimson Desert. I don't know where the city is. Oh, wait. Wait, where's the freaking city? Hold on. Hold on, I'm lost. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me open up the map. All right. Yeah, follow the yellow brick road. So we just got to follow this road. Am I going the right way is the question, though. Yes. All right. Just going to run across the road. Try to get to the city. Because if you're fighting a boss, I don't want you to have issues, man. I don't want that 5% CPU usage to affect the gameplay in any way. That's going to be frustrating. You're fighting a boss and you keep dying because it drops below frames.
You get a big lag and stuff? That would suck. That would desperately suck. Yeah, we're looking at about 58 frames. It's dropping. It's not going the other way. I mean, in theory, this add-on is kind of nice because it gives you like a full console experience, but outside of that, you have Xbox. I can't download any Game Pass games on this Winhanced. I can't access Game Pass unless I actually like go through a menu to open it. I want to be able to see the most latest and trending games right up front. I don't want to have to look for them. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to fight to see those latest trending games because Game Pass be adding some games and we don't even know about them until after. Like, did you know RV There Yet is available now? I didn't. You know how I found out? When I turned on my Ally X, I was able to see that in Game Pass. But now I got Winhanced. Winhanced? I don't know, man. We gotta check it out. It's nighttime views. A lot of fire, a lot of issues here.
I don't know if it's affecting. I am running under 50 now. I mean, under 60 now. Here's the city. 56. 50 frame. Oh, no, this is not good. It's no bueno. During the day, it's going to be worse. 49, 48. Yeah, that 5% is definitely kicking his butt. You'll have to re-optimize all your games. My settings won't work with it. Winhanced just adds additional bloat, I think. I don't know if I like it. So it says here we're using 4.6 gigabytes of VRAM in the game. Check out Task Manager. Let's go here. Actually, let's go here. Let's go memory. 77% of the memory is being used. So 4.7 gigabytes in the game, right? Which is about 60%. And then 18% used in other additional add-ons. And mind you, Winhanced is like the third, fourth one at times. So it looks like we're using 135, 140 gigabytes. And not to mention I have Task Manager open, of course. I have, what else do I have? I have Steam open. I have Winhanced open. Yeah. Can I use my Steam overlay? No, I can't. I don't get the Steam overlay here. Wait, what? 22, yeah. 22 watts. But when you stand still, you get good frames. When you move, like it starts to drop a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of ghosting with the lighting. With the reflections and stuff. It's kind of crazy. 57 frames.
Turn back, please.
I'll see, and now I'm getting beat up.
Careful.
Watch out, guys. Let me through.
Good day.
Now imagine you're in a boss fight and this happens and you drop frames, 40 frames per second. That would suck.
All the grey mates got wiped out.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You're living under a rock.
All right, that's enough of this game. Let's try a different game. Let's see if it makes a difference on any other game. Let's see. I gotta go to menu. Open the menu. Back. Quit game. Because you can't just leave the game seamlessly. And Winhanced doesn't allow you to do that. So we'll leave this open so we can check it out later. Go back to Winhanced. We're going to open up, I don't know, Forza. Let's check out Forza, right? So Forza Horizon 6 opened. Now we got Forza opening up, which is kind of nice. It didn't happen quite as fast as I would have expected it to happen, but it did happen. So now Forza's opening up. Now we're gonna see we dropped to 40 frames per second. We're gonna change the settings because last I played was on check out that video. Last I played was on the Logitech wheel, and I had 4K monitor hooked up to it. So that was the last thing I played on there. So we'll go ahead and start another game. All right, continue. Let's go. Optimizing for PC. Let's go. 100%. That was quick. Even though it didn't optimize for it, just wanted to read your data. I wanted to see what you're playing on. That's basically what it's doing, but it's lying to you and saying it's optimizing. That's fine. I don't even care. I just want to play games. You know what I mean? I just want to play the game. I got Dragon's Dogma video coming out next, so hey, keep an eye out for that one. I'm going to show you some cool stuff in Dragon's Dogma that I figured out.
Welcome back, Michael.
And then we're just going to jump in. Did you say Loomez? Thank you. Welcome back, Loomez. Awesome. So we're doing 40 frames per second. 59 or 49. Let's go to the menu. Oh, not that one. I'm gonna go to menu. I'm gonna go to settings. I want to change some of this graphics, advanced controls, video. I want to go 1920 by 1080, 140 FPS, motion blur, full screen on, TSA off, AMD FSR 3.15, quality, sharpness, okay, quality. We're gonna go to balanced. I want to do contrast adaptive sharpening. Nah, I'm not gonna spend any. Bumper cams, save and continue. Keep the changes. Advanced, we're gonna click custom, car level detail, medium, environmental quality, car reflection quality, medium, ray tracing, garbage, shadow quality, low, night shadows. Shadows gonna be hard. Shadow's gonna be hard on the device. All right, we'll just go with regular shadows. All right, so let me get this in frame real quick. All right, so we're gonna play now with Winhanced on. Change some of the settings back. So we're getting about 60. That's not too bad. It's not for a single player game. You turn it online, I think it's gonna be different, but we're just playing Forza just to play Forza. Winhanced is okay. Although you don't get the experience that Xbox Game Bar gives you from the Xbox mode, but it is what it is. Yeah, so that's it. It works. Let's get up out of here. Let's get up out of here. Jump into the next game. All right, so now we tried those. Let's try Cyberpunk. It has its own launcher, so we're gonna see how individual launchers work with Winhanced. They should work pretty basically, but we'll find out. So this is open. Let's check out what we got going on here. Task Manager shows me that we have 48% of the memory being used. Winhanced is using, let's see, let's just highlight it so we can keep an eye on it. 200 megabytes, which is about normally what it uses on Xbox mode. We do have a lot of different applications opened, so it is using more. So you see Steam Client using 400 megabytes. If we click on that, we get all those clients up at the top. Steam Client actually went away or came way down. But if you look at the CPU usage, which is encumbersome, you can see Winhanced is way up there with the game launcher. So that's probably an issue in the future for certain games. Mind you, we're playing on a handheld PC. We don't have a lot of power to just give up power to just afford to just throw at the device. Especially if we're being portable. If you're being plugged in, then who cares? Use Winhanced if you want to. I don't care. But if you're being portable and you want to play outside of the house or away from a charger where you're not going to have a charger for 2 to 3 hours, this is probably not the move for you because you don't have all that additional power you can just throw at a device like this and just play. Because like if you're going to be away from a power cord in like 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, you're going to be away from a wall charger. That's going to be an issue. It's going to be a major issue. Especially if all you're trying to do is play video games. But we'll see. We got the settings dialed in on this game. So we'll see. We're going to take a look here real quick, and we're going to see what's going on. Oh, come on, buddy. Get up out of here, dude. All right. Press the button to continue. All right, yeah, Winhanced, what's going on, buddy? All right, well, you actually have to use the buttons they tell you to use. We'll just continue, I guess. Kind of wild. We'll see. And then we'll jump into some Fortnite, see what that's like. Maybe some Diablo. Just to use different launchers, just to see how they act and behave. So we used Steam, we used Xbox. Xbox didn't work. Expedition 33 didn't work. However, Forza Horizon worked, which is kind of weird. I don't know why that would happen, but maybe it's something with that game just not working. I don't know, we'll see. I'm back in my house. Oh, you guys saw this last in that video I played. In the console experience.
We must meet. Come to Thomas Diner.
Come to Thomas Diner. All right.
Just answered your own question about where Evelyn is.
All right, we're good. All right, it works. So, I mean, we're getting 60 frames, which is kind of crap, but whatever. I don't want to save it because I want to come back to it eventually. Right? I want to come back to that game eventually. What I do want to open is Fortnite. It doesn't even show a Fortnite screen logo thingy-majingy. I don't know why. Winhanced. Are you not able to see it because I don't have Fortnite open or have Epic automatically loaded? Is that the issue that we're having here? I think that's one of the issues we're having here. All right, guys. So it's not working. It's not letting me load in the game. I don't have very many games we can play right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is it right here. We have Diablo available. We have Cyberpunk. We have all these games available that we can play. We have Epic Games. Oops. We have Epic Games. We have Dragon's Dogma. We have all these games available to play. If I click on Diablo, it's going to take me right to Diablo. If I click on Fortnite, it's going to take me right to Fortnite. There we go. There's Task Manager. Now we can see we're using... Oops. See what Xbox mode is using, actually. So Xbox mode, nothing. I don't see it. CPU, memory. Xbox using 600. 600 for everything that it's running. It's using a lot of Edge. But if we close down Armory Crate, Xbox is using 660 megabytes, but we have access to all this extra stuff, which is kind of dope. Let me see what the CPU usage on it was. CPU usage on Xbox is it's down here somewhere. Way down there now. 0.2%. I'd rather have it use a little bit more VRAM than use a lot of bit more CPU. So that's my experience. We were able to open Fortnite. The other game didn't open up. Fortnite, Winhanced didn't open Fortnite. Let's jump into Crimson Desert, just to do a side-by-side comparison. 50% CPU usage, which is freaking fabulous. I love it. Whoa. Did I go to desktop mode? Oh no, I screwed that up. I screwed that up big time. I screwed that up big time. Anyways, that's it. Crimson Desert, 3.9 gigahertz of VRAM in desktop mode, buddy. We're only using 75% in desktop mode, 5% usage. Xbox ain't even up here. I did have it highlighted, now it's just game bar. Xbox mode ain't even available anymore, but you have all these tasks you're running now. You lost 2 gigabytes of RAM. Winhanced is good in theory, but I don't know if you should do Winhanced long term. If you haven't seen my video about the ultimate console experience, go ahead and check that video out here, and I'll catch you there. Thanks for watching. Adios.